Welcome to Buffalo's Healthy Community Show. I'm Phil Haberstro, your host, and I got to tell you, we got a really exciting show today. If you could see all this glorious, interesting-looking props that we have in front of us, our theme today is healthy picnics. And my special guest to my left is Theresa Jackson, who is a registered dietitian, and she works at Wegmans as their nutritionist, and she is also the spokesperson for the Western New York Dietetic Association. Welcome, Theresa.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I want everybody to know that Theresa was up all night last night putting all of this together, and the intent here again is to help you this summer have a great healthy picnic. So we know you're going to be out in the parks, you're going to be doing some great physical activity. We'll talk about that a little bit at the end of the show. But Theresa, let's go into, you got a wonderful array, and I got my fork here, so I'm ready, to do a little sampling. But share with our audience what you have here and the tips that you can offer them, please.
Sure. Well, I brought a variety of foods today because I think it's really important that when we're outside enjoying the weather and enjoying our families, that we don't forget to include healthy choices as part of our picnics. So you can see there's a lot of color here, a lot of variety. You really want to tune into what it is that your family enjoys eating and maybe make some modifications, some small changes to family favorites, or maybe choose a low-fat dressing over a regular fat dressing, or include more fruits or vegetables or fiber.
Over there you got
swap some things out.
You got the chips, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are the alternatives?
One of the examples I brought is that a lot of times we just kind of grab and go with what we do for picnicking, and we do need to do some planning. So when you think about what kinds of chips you're going to be bringing, I brought regular potato chips and I brought baked potato chips.
Okay.
And the reason I brought them is really to show that baked chips have half the fat and half the calories of regular chips.
And people can find that out looking at the label?
Absolutely. You look at the nutrition label, so I did turn those so that you can see. The nutrition label talks about how many calories and how much fat, how much sodium, things like that are in a particular product for that serving size. So what you want to do is turn that package over, look at the nutrition facts, and really think about making some choices, again, these small changes, and how you could maybe consume less fat, calories, and sodium.
Just for fun?
Yes.
Those are the same size servings,
Same
right?
size serving, yes.
How many calories in the baked versus the...
230 versus 130.
Oh, less. Yeah,
less.
Way
And here's a tip,
less.
too. If you're the kind of person who says, my family will not eat A, B, or C, one of the things that I do with my family is I mix half and half so that you're still getting some of the taste of the original full-fat, full-calorie product,
okay.
and then you're working in some of the baked, lightly flavored options, too.
All right.
That will transition a palate into being more accepting of those flavors.
Now, way up top there, and beautifully colored,
yes.
and that I see, and look at this, folks. Here, I'm gonna stab one of these. What are they call these cherry tomatoes?
Those are cherry tomatoes.
Oh,
and
sure, Phil.
You want to make sure that you're including a rainbow of colors when you're eating fruits and vegetables, and that's because there are a variety of nutrients in all kinds of fruits and vegetables. So some of them that are red have more lycopene than a vegetable that's, say, green that has more chlorophyll in it. So if you eat a variety, you're going to get all those nutrients.
Let me go back, just to translate. Why is lycopene important?
Sure. Well, lycopene, chlorophyll, all those kinds of things, all the nutrients that are in fruits and vegetables are all antioxidants. They all have anti-cancer, anti-aging properties to them. They contain lots of fiber, lots of water.
I need the anti-aging stuff.
Don't we all? But the thing I did too is this was very easy prep. I just bought some vegetables and cut them up and put them in a cooler. And then I made a low-fat spinach dip to go with it. This was just using frozen spinach, light sour cream, and light mayonnaise. Mixed it together, chilled it overnight, really great flavor.
So when they go in the supermarket or wherever their favorite store is, they know that obviously they want to get, and I love the colors that you have there, it's so pretty, but also that they can get the lighter creams and the lighter sauces to make for dipping.
Correct. You want to look for the word light on the label because any product that's the light version of a regular product is going to have half the calories and half the fat. So you're going to be saving some calories there.
Now hang on folks, here we go again. Look at this. What kind of special.
Well, what I did is I made a healthy twist on pasta salad here. Traditionally, families will bring potato salad and macaroni salad to a picnic. Both of those choices have a pretty fair amount of fat in them in regular full-fat mayonnaise, eggs, egg yolks, and they're also low or high glycemic product where it's white potatoes or white pasta.
And again, when you say high glycemic, that means that
that it will cause a spike in your blood sugar. Right.
Okay.
And we want to keep blood sugars as even as possible, right? Steady. Not just for people with diabetes, for people without diabetes too. It's just better for your health to keep a more steady blood sugar.
And I notice you did, again, you got the colors in there, which makes it so attractive to the eye. I know it's tough for you to see this on camera, but boy, it looks inviting. It looks we know it is healthy, but it even looks wonderful. And
it's one way to get your kids to eat more veggies too, because there's broccoli in here and it's cut up in small pieces.
Does Sarah eat broccoli?
My daughter Sarah does eat broccoli, so she would eat this. This is made with whole wheat pasta with light Italian vinaigrette dressing, broccoli, and cut up cherry tomatoes. Very easy to make, very healthy.
Wonderful. And way up top here. Now this looks pretty exciting. I won't be able to stab that one. But
well, traditionally when families are picnicking or barbecuing out, they're making burgers and hot dogs, maybe fried chicken, something like that, right? So I wanted to offer some alternatives to those kinds of things that may have better health associated with them. So I did bring a rotisserie chicken. This one's actually unseasoned, so it doesn't have any salt added to it, which is great. So this is an unseasoned rotisserie chicken. Feeds 4 people, and $4.99, can't beat the price on that either.
What about, I know Theresa, and that possibly skin, is that an issue with this chicken, or is it without the skin? I can't really tell.
Sure, there is some skin on this chicken, and in order to save some calories and fat, you would want to remove the skin from that too. But if you're making healthy swaps elsewhere in your picnic, you may be able to enjoy the skin on, and because you've saved yourself some calories by having some healthier options at the table.
Great. Now, I'm going to slide down here because, folks, I'm sorry about this, but I got to do this. This is a Haberstroh family favorite. It is peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly is a great treat for kids. We know that all kids love peanut butter and jelly. It travels easily.
Kids too.
Big kids too. What I did is I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with white whole wheat bread. So this is...
Wait a minute. White whole wheat bread?
Yes. This is a hybrid kind of flour. It blends whole wheat with white flour, enriched flour, so that 2 slices of it equal 1 whole grain serving, and everybody should be getting 3 whole grain servings in a day. So 1 sandwich will provide you 1 of those towards your 3 for the day.
So it's okay for me to have that peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day?
It is, because peanut butter is good for you too, and jelly, you just want to make sure you don't go overboard on your portion size, because it does have some simple sugar in it, but it also, if you buy the whole fruit kind, can give you some good fruit and some good fiber in there too.
Okay, now we're popping our way through here, and again, Theresa came through with another one of my favorites. This is yogurt.
Yogurt, right. And I brought yogurt because, again, it's a portable, very easily traveled food product. Kids love it. Families love it. The thing that you want to keep in mind with dairy products and anything really that you're bringing with you to a picnic is food safety. You want to keep it cold, and we are going to talk a little bit more about that as well.
And the yogurt itself is a standalone, or could it be used with other things? Could some dip in some of those things?
Sure, absolutely. That's a great point, Phil. You can use Greek yogurt in place of sour cream and mayonnaise for many of your recipes. You just want to make sure that it's unflavored Greek yogurt. So you don't want it tasting vanilla flavored or things like that. Greek yogurt's very high in protein and low in sugar, and so you can easily substitute it in a lot of recipes.
Now this, again, I'm going to try to get a little camera angle on this. This really looks exciting. And I know one thing is in here. These are black beans, right?
Those are black beans. Those are actually from a can as well. So it's a very convenient recipe to make. I just opened a can of black beans and added some
delicious
frozen corn to it as well, and some chopped up red pepper with lime juice and a little bit of sea salt. This is full of fiber, full of nutrients, very colorful, has a lot of protein in it as well, so that you don't have to rely so much on your meats at your picnic table. It'll give you the protein that you need. And an interesting fact about canned food, Phil, especially with beans, a lot of people are afraid of eating canned food because they think it's very high in sodium.
Right.
If you rinse black beans or any kind of canned product for that matter under running water for 2 minutes, you can reduce the amount of sodium in that food by 40%. So if you're concerned about that, you want to rinse those.
And then again too, I'm thinking you said high fiber here, and there's probably a lot of good fiber over there in all those. The celery, I think, is a fiber.
That's right.
Big top shelf.
Fiber is our friend.
A couple more years, I might actually know what I'm talking about, Theresa. Well, here's another really great favorite, excuse me. And again, I hope you in the audience can get a little feel for the wonderful color of this. It just, eye appeal is so terrific. And Theresa, I noticed you got a couple of different melons in there.
Sure. There's some cantaloupe, some honeydew, watermelon, grapes, and pineapple in there. This, again, you can purchase these different fruits, the fruits your family loves, cut them up, bring them along. This is a great dessert. You don't need cookies, cakes, pies, brownies. You have all this natural sweetness in fruit. It's all in season during the spring and summertime and even into early fall. Again, more nutrients, more fiber, lots of great color, very low calorie. So there's only about 60 to 80 calories in a cup of fresh fruit.
So we're at the park, we're picnicking with the family, and we know the family's running around. There's lots of good physical activity in the park and everything else, but traditionally everybody comes back and they're asking, Mom, Dad, where's the hot dogs?
Right.
And I see you got a couple of different types of hot dogs here today. I'm going to bring those up and let you talk a little bit about what are some good alternatives, healthy alternatives in the hot dog world.
There's something for everybody. So if you're used to hot dogs kind of having a bad name of maybe being full of lots of additives and very high calorie, you can buy hot dogs now that are organic, that are from turkeys, from chicken. You can get beef franks, you can get blended franks that are beef and pork and turkey. They come in full fat versions. They also come in fat-free or light. And what I brought today was a fat-free version of a hot dog that's mixed with turkey, beef, and pork, and then a light version of a beef frank. And I brought these to show the difference in that one of them has 110 calories per hot dog, and the other one only has 50. So again, half. Just like on the baked chips. Baked chips, half the calories. You save half the calories, and this is a light beef frank. So a regular beef hot dog is going to have double the calories of this, or close to it. So it's all about, like I said, those small changes. It doesn't have to be a lifestyle overhaul. You don't have to wake up one morning and say, today I'm just going to go on a diet, start eating healthy, eat everything light and low fat. If you switch out simple things, family favorites, and you enjoy lower fat, lower calorie versions of them, lower salt versions of them, over time, those are going to turn into lifestyle habits that your family can sustain, and they're actually going to lead to better health for you.
I remember Mom Haberstroh shifted us all to skim milk way early on, but that reduced the fat content, and so the same principle applies
You can actually lose 10 pounds in 1 year simply from switching to full-fat milk
Theresa,
to a low-fat milk.
I need to lose weight? What's the deal here?
In general, yes. So simple changes like that really do add up.
Great. Okay, now this is extremely inviting, and again, I'm going to try to tilt it so the audience can see what do we have here, and I'll be courageous and I'll just dip in while you tell us what it is.
Go and try it. This is a 7-grain salad. It has a little bit of a curry flavor to it too. This